lot of biopics. Biopic of N.T. Ramarao or biopic of, this Mahanati Sarada and Jayalalitha. And similarly, we are also seeing now, we also read various autobiographies of Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, all these people. So similarly, the younger generation should first of all now think, suppose tomorrow they become big, and is there anything to make an autobiography about them? So this kind of thinking is to be, inculcated in them. Then only they will be going on doing good things, and they will be able to, get some sort of recognition in the society. So this kind of, have you anytime thought of writing your autobiography, not for publication, but for self-knowledge? Tomorrow, suppose the younger generation is just, called for a meeting, a big meeting, and ask him to become the chief guest of that, organization. Then what happens? Then people will ask for his biodata, so that the biodata will be read on the stage. So such kind of opportunity comes, there should be something, that kind of, always that kind of idea is required for the younger generation. So this kind of charting your personal history or lifeline give you the basis. You need to begin planning your future. How to plan our future? This is very much required for the young and budding engineers. Start from childhood, list out the landmarks of your life till now without thinking too hard about it. See, suppose some of the boys, they would have wasted their time in the colleges. They would have absconded from the drawing classes, or they absconded in engineering at the laboratories and other practicals. So what is that they have lost by absconding like that? Just forget about that. No, nothing has happened, but still there is a lot of future for them. Now, how to make up this kind of things? So this kind of things, they have to list out all the landmarks of your life. And some people now who have got gold medal, or who have got the school first rank and other things. All the things now, first of all, they have to list out in their life till now without thinking too hard about it. Don't worry about that. Just list out and don't share with anybody. And now, has my career progressed? What goals should be set for the next year? And then, analyze what type of achievements I have made, or how I wasted my time. So this kind of charting your lifeline will definitely help to chart out your future plan, to future career. What goals should I set for the next year, 2 or 3 or 5 years? And what type of influence have held me back? And who are all the friends actually spoiled my maybe my time and my childhood college days? All the things, just try to remember all these things. Or who has helped me? Who has helped me to grow? Or which teacher has helped me to grow, to get good marks in the college, or to get good career starting? All these things you should write down on a piece of paper. What types of steps can I take to get rid of these negative influences and move beyond? This is the first thing what I always suggest for. This is a general slide wherever I deliver my talk. This general slide I will give for the budding engineers, because India is full of younger generation, and now we are having a lot of younger population. So this kind of things are required for all the younger generation. So then look forward. Now look backward is over. Now look forward. Start planning, at least in general terms, what you would like to do in the remaining period of your life. Chart out what you want to do in the remaining period of life. Still there is not today, maybe you are about 25 years or 30 years. Still 70 years period is there. How to spend, how to know what types of achievements I have to make. Remember, all these plans can be changed depending on the situation. It is not hard and fast that whatever plan you make today, you have to stick to that. Tomorrow, depending on the situation and depending on the environment, you can always change it. You need not share with these kinds of plans unless you choose to do so. You need not share it. It's only your personal planning, your personal thinking. If you want, you can share with your mother, or you share with your father or your brothers. But you need not share with your friends. Sometimes friends, when you go on sharing this kind of things with the friends, I want to become so and so, I want to become so, they will be discouraging you. They will be heckling at you. So be careful with the friends and don't share with anybody unless you choose to do so with your mother or father, brother, or your good teacher. This exercise of thinking clearly and carefully will definitely shed much light on your future planning. Before thinking big, this kind of planning is required. That is what I want to suggest this voice. So let us now just go through the APJ, some of the quotes of the APJ Abdul Kalam. Abdul Kalam always, this pet quote is, dream, dream, dream. Dreams transform into thoughts and thoughts result in action. That is what he always says. You cannot change your future, but you can change your habits, and surely your habits will change your future. Please try to underline this. You cannot change your habits, but if you cannot change your future, but if you change your habits, that will change your future. That is one thing now we should remember. Don't read success stories. You will get only a message. Read failure stories. You will get ideas to get success. That is a very important quote of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Don't take rest after your first victory, because if you fail in the second, more lips are waiting to say that your first victory is just a luck. So it should be continuous. After taking the first victory, don't say that after getting good marks, don't rest there. And subsequently also you should sustain the same progress. Otherwise, people will laugh at you if you fail in the second one. These things you please remember. So, transform the dreams into, how to transform the dreams into thoughts. Many people fear to dream big, and few dream, but they don't take a decision to fulfill the dream. Here, I want to just share, some of the poems written by Bhartrhari. He has written in English, in Sanskrit. All of you are aware of Bhartrhari. He was in Ujjaini. Bhartrhari caves are also there. He wrote various, poems which are, useful for the society and particularly for the younger generation. I will read the poem in Telugu and explain in English. See, many people fear to dream big. Many people, first of all, they don't start at all dreaming. And some people, they dream, but, they live in between. So what Bhartrhari says is, Arambincharu Nichamanavul Vignayasa Santushtulai. Arambinchi Parichajincharu Vignayatulai Majamul. Dirul Vigna Nihanyamalalsun. Drut Unnatvatsahulai, Prarabdhardamu Vajjagamparasumi, Prajanidal Gavunan. See, what he says is, there are three types of people. The third class of people, they first of all, don't start anything, because they always fear for the problems. They always think that we may get some problems. So let us not start this work. Let us go to some other work. They are all called third class people. And the second class people, what they do is, they start the work. When they encounter with a problem, they will leave it there. But the first class people, they start the problem. If any problem comes, they will solve the problem. They start with the work, and any problem comes, they solve the problem, or they rise over the problem, and ultimately they see the result is achieved. And these are the first class people. And this kind of people are required. And only this kind of thinking, this kind of what you call the big thinking will make them become the first class. Tolerance and open mind are practical necessities of the dreams of today. This is one more thing. Those who are afraid of new ideas are doomed before they start. To win the big stakes in the world, you must catch the spirit of the great pioneers of the past. You must always read the past, pioneers of the past. Maybe some scientists and adventurists, all these people, so that you will always remember, always take some sort of clue from them how they have achieved this. The world is full with abundance of opportunity. A burning desire to be and to do is the starting point from which the dreamer must take off. So let us talk of the dreams of the great people. All of you are aware, Marconi. Marconi dreamed of a system for harnessing the intangible force of the ether. Evidence is found in every wireless and radio. But when Marconi is when he is telling that he has invented something in the without wires, he can communicate the messages from one place to other place. People started laughing at him, and some of his friends thought he has become mad, and they have taken him to psycho hospital and so on to some of the doctors. So this is how people used to think in the olden days. When he has achieved that, and when he has found the result, without getting discouraged because of this his friends and the environment, then today he has become a big man, and how much society is getting benefited out of him. That is one thing. And Copernicus, the great astronomer, dreamed of a multiplicity of worlds and revealed them. All of you are aware of Copernicus. He has invented the heliocentric theory. Till such time, people are thinking that everything is rotating around the earth. Earth is stationary and everything is rotating around the earth. It is the Copernicus and Galileo who proved that Earth is also rotating around itself and also around the sun. And they said sun is the stationarity. And Thomas Alva Edison is a very, very important thing. He dreamed of a lamp that could be operated by electricity. So for that purpose, he started, doing various experiments, maybe to find out a filament which will stand that, that temperature and that it will not, burn off. So he has made about, people say that he has made about 1,000 experiments. Every time people used to discourage him, it's very difficult, don't try for anymore. Already you have failed 100,000 times, but he never, got discouraged. Every time he used to say, no, I have not failed. I could eliminate one alloy, one material, which is not useful for me. That is how, he has done various exercises and invented this filament for this, our bulb. And Henry Ford, poor and uneducated, dreamed of a horseless carriage and Ford car, all of you are aware. And one more person, Columbus, dreamed of an unknown world and discovered it. Today, America is discovered by Columbus. And Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln, is a person, a black person, dreamed of freedom for the black slaves. This is how, the great people, they have dreamt and their dreams have become, reality.
Madam, okay.
But it's not sharing, it's not moving. Okay. So let us go for the success. Let us think of what is the success. Many people say success in different ways. Let us think of how many ways they say what is success. Success means personal prosperity. Personal prosperity means fine home, new things, financial security, giving your children maximum advantages. That is success for some people. For some people, winning admiration, leadership, being looked up to by the people in business and social life. That is success for some people. Success means self-respect, real happiness and satisfaction in life, able to provide more for the dependents. They will be able to earn more and they will provide more comfort to their children and dependents. Success means winning. For somebody, success is winning. Sir, Basubramanian Sahib has come. Sir, thank you very much. I could not talk to you. Thank you. Success. Yeah. Success, that is what everybody wants in life. Everybody wants to be successful. The best life can deliver, not living in a mediocrity, not feeling a second class in society. That is what everybody wants. That is success. So for that purpose, we should all think big and now implement some of the ideas what we are going to deal now. How to be successful? First of all, let us see how to be successful. All of you are aware there is one word called belief. It is a very, very important word for everybody. If you have belief, then you can do wonders. Develop the ability to believe that you are born to be a winner. First of all, you should think that you are born to be a winner, and that belief will definitely make you to become a winner. All successful people are believers. When you believe that you can do it, then unless you believe, you can't find a way. First of all, you should believe that you can do it. Then only how to do it develops. Till such time, you won't find any ways for that. If you think it is impossible to climb high, you cannot discover the steps. Suppose you go to somewhere and you wanted to climb high. First of all, you should have the urge, you should have the interest for climbing high. Then you will find out the steps. Without thinking that, I want to climb high, you cannot find the steps. Your behavior remains that of an average person. The people who really believe they succeeded will approach with the I am going to the top attitude. Their attitude is always their positive attitude. I am going to the top. I am always going to the top. Those kind of people will always succeed. The approach what they have to see is I am going to the top, and that is the attitude they should have. Study and observe the behavior of senior executives. Some of the times, you should study and observe the behavior of senior executives. Our Brahmaredis have just said no, Ratan Tata. And we should always know, see his biodata, what type of decisions he takes, and how he behaves when there is a problem. This kind of senior behavior should always study and observe the behavior of senior executives' attitude and approach toward the problems and decision making. Belief in great results is the driving force behind every successful business. Belief at the beginning of a doubtful, undertaking is the one thing that will guarantee the success of any venture. It's not sharing, screen sharing. And the very important thing that guarantees success is not your knowledge. How much your knowledge you have is not important. How much education you have is not important. And what type of training you have is not important. What type of experience you have is not important. And not money, but it is the belief that is going to give you the success. Belief in the project and belief in yourself are vital to success. First of all, when you take up any project, you should believe in the project. Yes, I am going to do this. And also, you should have belief in this. Yes, I am capable of doing this project. And then only you can be successful in the project. Another name for the belief is the positive thinking. Believers are, generally believers, you see many people, this kind of, great people, that like our Rajnikant or Narayana Murthy or, Amitabh Bachchan, they're all believers. Believers are the terrific breed of men and women. Nothing daunts them. Nothing daunts them. They are afraid of nothing. If they have doubts, they rise above them. They become persons of power. These big rugged souls sweep everything before them. They are doers, they are achievers, and they are the winners. They have the magic word, belief. Only that belief makes them to be successful. Think big and you will live big. Big in happiness, big in accomplishment, big in income, big in friends, and big in respect. Everything in big. First of all, you should think big. So let us see some of the Indian success stories. I don't take much of your time, only a few minutes I will take. Narayana Murthy of Infosys. All of you are aware, in the 1980s, when Infosys got into a joint venture, it was a failure in 1980s. And joint venture is collapsed. And many of his friends and many of his partners, they wanted to go out. They want to close the industry. But Narayana Murthy has never got disgraced. He said, no, if you are wanting to go out, but sell your things to me. That is how, he has the situation, he has changed the situation. No one had an idea about what they can do to handle the situation. No one knew what they can do to move ahead. But it was only Narayana Murthy's confidence and courage which helped them out. And one more person is Dhirubhai Ambani. You are all aware what is Dhirubhai Ambani. Dhirubhai Ambani is, I need not tell about Dhirubhai Ambani. At the age of 16, he has gone to Yemen and worked there as a gas station attendant and also clerk in an oil company. In the school, he used to sell bhajias, and whatever money he used to get, he used to give to his mother. He used to help his mother like this. But today, Dhirubhai Ambani is the second, his son is second richest man in the world. And one more person is Shahrukh Khan. All of you are aware of Shahrukh Khan. He is a dark-looking man, and he was he was a very poor man. When he wanted to go to a cine field, people, many people used to discourage him, your color is not good. But he never stopped there. Today he is a very big man. And he used to sleep, I think, I was studying somewhere, I was reading somewhere, he used to sleep on the, in the public parks on the bench. And he used to borrow 20 rupees from the friends to go to that film nagar. That is how, today Shahrukh Khan is a very big man. And one more person is Amitabh Bachchan. Amitabh Bachchan, ups and downs, lot of ups and downs are there. Amitabh Bachchan, after completing his studies, is moved to Mumbai, where he tried his luck in film industry. But due to his unconventional look and great height, he was rejected many times. But due to his, Amitabh Bachchan, then what he has done, he wanted to become a jockey in the radio. But due to his heavy voice, his voice also very heavy voice, he was rejected there also. After a lot of hard work and patience, Amitabh Bachchan got a chance in movie South Hindustani, but that movie did not do well. Like that, every film he is acting, they're all flops. But there is one movie, there's continuous follow-up and continuous efforts. Janjeer, I think Janjeer changed everything. And Amitabh Bachchan has become, star, great star from Janjeer onwards. But when he has got such a great name in a lot of money he earned, but 2000 again he has become down. He started a company called Amitabh Bachchan and Company. Amitabh Bachchan, ABC company. And that world's Miss World, he started hosting that Miss World contest, and lot of money has been lost. And he wanted to sell off everything. Amitabh Bachchan means people used to say the Amruta Bachchan. Amruta in Telugu is not selling. Some of the people used to call him Amitabh Bachchan is Amruta Bachchan. He used to going on selling everything. Ammadam in Telugu is called no selling. He used to sell off everything. But this Kaun Banega Karorpati has changed again. Is no total fate, and today is a big man. That is one more person. Amitabh Bachchan is one more thing. And Rajinikanth, all of you are aware of Rajinikanth. Today is the Asia's second biggest recognized star and paid star. And when he was in the school, he was not studying well. And his father, being a very poor father, he was not able to, support him. But Amitabh Bachchan, he started as a coolie. He started as a coolie and also carpenter in some of the industries. But after joining Madras Film Institute, his luck has changed. And today, Amitabh Bachchan, he knows what poor people are. He always says that God gives a lot of things to bad people, but he will let them fail eventually. God tests good people a lot, but he will never let them down. You see that? The very, very good quotation of Rajinikanth. He says, no, God gives a lot of money to a lot of opportunities and a lot of money for bad people, but he will let them fail eventually. But God tests good people without giving anything. He will put them to a lot of hardship, but he will never let them down. That is what is, these are all success stories we should always know. Then, how to develop the power of belief? This is one thing, what I wanted to talk to you. Always think success, never think failure. When you face a difficult situation, say, I will win. Not probably I will lose. Always say, yes, I will win. When you compete with someone, say, I am equal to the best, not I am outclassed. When opportunity appears, say, I can do it. Never say, I can't. Think success. Your mind automatically produces plans for success. Think failure. Your mind produces thoughts for failure. This is what is called positive thinking. When you think positively, your mind, sends some sort of, vibrations, positive vibrations. These positive vibrations again come back to your mind with positive thoughts, and you will be successful. When you go on raising negative thoughts, then negative results will come to your mind, and you will fail. That is why always people say you should always think positive, and positive thoughts will emanate from your mind, and you will be positive, and you will be successful. Remind regularly yourself that you are better than you think you are. Many people think that, they are ordinary people, but everybody is great. God has created great people, and God has created everybody equally. But some people think, I am not that great, and I cannot do this. Please eschew that kind of, bad thinking. Think that, that you are better than what you think you are. Successful people are not supermen. They are just ordinary folks who have developed belief in themselves and developed confidence in what they are doing. They are the successful people. And how to develop the power of belief. Okay, how to be successful, that is the thing. And power of belief. Believe big. The size of your success is determined by the size of your belief. You believe big, then you will achieve big things. Think little goals and expect little achievement. Think big goals and win big success. Always you should think big, and always also believe that you are a big man. Persons who reach the top ranks in business or any other pursuit get there by following conscientiously and continuously a plan for self-development and growth. They never leave anything. They are always continuously they follow. That is not how they grow. And if you leave in between, you will be a failure. You cannot come back. Nobody is going to order a man to develop. One thing, please remember, it is your choice. Nobody is going to order a man to develop. Whether a man lags behind or moves ahead in his specialty is a matter of his own personal applications. And it is for you to, decide whether you want to develop or you want to be like a mediocre person in this. Younger boys, this is all, what I am telling is all for the budding and younger boys. Who converts opportunity into reward will be those wise people who learn how to think themselves to success. And opportunity, people say that, opportunity, luck comes and knocks at the door of everybody. And most of the people will be in slumber. When the opportunity comes, most of the people won't use that opportunity. They'll be sleeping. That is that they lose the opportunity. Only few people, 2 or 3% of the people make use of that opportunity and know they will become success. This is one thing, what I wanted to tell. And get rid of failure. There are, some people, they always talk of, they have some disease. There are some excuses. They always say some excuses. When a person is not doing well or fail, to save his face, he will use an alibi. First of all, you will find an alibi. What type of alibi I have to use? When good excuse is selected, he sticks to that. He will find some excuse to say that no, why he failed, or why he has not come to the meeting, or why he has not done the job and other things. First of all, you will find, he wants to, it is only for his own satisfaction. People will appreciate that. In order to satisfy his own ego, he will find out a good alibi and he sticks to that and explains why he is not going forward. And this kind of excuses appears in a wide variety of forms. I will tell four common forms of excuses. Some people say, "Arey, my health is not good. I am not well. I am not feeling well. Yesterday I got headache. Yesterday I gone somewhere, Madras, Chennai, and I just come. I am tired." This kind of people, many excuses will be there. Bad health, in 1,000 forms, used as an excuse for failing to do what a person wants to do. Failing to accept greater responsibilities, failing to make more money, failing to achieve success. And these are all this kind of people every day you see. Every day you see, my health is not good. Is the very, very, most deprecating attitude of the people who are always using this health excuse. And what type of action you have to use for this health excuses? Refuse to talk about your health. The more you talk, the worse it seems to get. People who think that by talking health, they are getting rid of this, people will get appreciated. No, the more you talk, you are not well, then you definitely will not be well. This is guaranteed. The more utter some words, I am good, you will become good. I am bad, you will become bad. The God, from the top you say tadastu, tadastu. So never say that my health is bad. It is a bad habit. It bores people. Even when you come and talk to the friends and the company or in a meeting, I am not well, it bores the people. Once or twice they will listen. But continuously, if you go on telling my health is not good, people will get bored. One may get a little sympathy, but does not get respect by being a chronic complainer. Then they will say, this man will always complain. It's a chronic complainer of his health. Refuse to worry about your health. Really never bother about your health. Refuse to worry. Be genuinely grateful your health is as good as it is. Your health is as good as it is. There are many people, say, remind yourself often it is better to wear out than to rust out. See, when there is, all of you are working in the factory, you will see in the factory some of the slogans. See, the person, they always says, he is feeling himself guilty when he is complaining his ragged shoes. Unless he met a person who has no feet at all. So it is better, the person who is having no feet, who is having a ragged shoes is better than a person who is having no feet and working there. So you should always compare with, a person who is not having even that much of, ability or that much of good health, and be happy. And don't complain about your health. Don't pass off living by thinking yourself a hospital bed. If you go on telling that my health is not good health, you are almost passing your time thinking that you are in a hospital bed. Don't do that. And one more is intelligence excuses. See, many people say, "Arey, he is a very intelligent." I say, he is a very intelligent. Nobody is intelligent and nobody is inferior. Everybody is equally intelligent, according to me. God has given everybody the equal ability. It is only practice the people become, the practice and the attitude they make them intelligent. We underestimate our own brain power and overestimate the other fellow's brain power. See that many people, we underestimate our own brain power, but we have equal brain, and God has created everybody. God has given the same brain for everybody. They sell themselves short. They fail to tackle challenging situations because they think they are not intelligent enough. The thinking that guides your intelligence is much more important than how much intelligence you may have. Here, I just want to share, some of the stories, one or two stories I will just share with you. See, this, all of you are aware, Einstein. Einstein was once asked, how many feet are there in a mile? See, this is a very interesting story. Please listen to this. Einstein was asked, how many feet are there in a mile? Einstein's reply was, I don't know. I don't know. He simply said, I don't know. Why should I fill my, then no, what reply he has given? When people started asking why he said this kind of reply, then he said, why should I fill my brain with facts I can find in 2 minutes in any standard reference book? This kind of things are available in a reference book. Why should I, why should I make my brain as a warehouse for this kind of facts? Einstein taught us a big lesson. This is a very big lesson for all of us. It was more important to use our mind to think than to use it as a warehouse of facts. Thinking, analysis is more important than remembering the facts. That is what, Einstein says. And one more story, I just say one more story and then go to the next topic. One time, Henry Ford was involved in a libel suit in the Chicago Tribune. The Chicago Tribune is a paper. The Tribune has called Ford as an ignoramus. So, because Ford is uneducated and he has not studied well in the school or college and he is not qualified much. Then the paper called him ignoramus. They said no, he is not having very big general knowledge. For a man of great respect, then and Ford is respected like anything in industrial circles and in the world. And then he said, no, okay, prove it. Then the Tribune asked him scores of simple general knowledge questions like who was the Benedict Arnold and who was the revolution when the Revolutionary War was fought, etc. And most of which Ford had little formal education, could not answer. Then finally, but what Ford said, Ford got wild and he is got exasperated and said, I don't know the answers to these questions, but I could find a man in 5 minutes who knows the answers. Why should I know all these answers when I know who is knowing all these things? That information, this Henry Ford was never interested in miscellaneous information. He knew what every major executive knows. The ability to know how to get information is more important than using mind as a garage of facts. Here, I just want to share some of my experiences. See, I am running a small scale industry at Hyderabad. See, my son now he has taken over. He is not worried about how to do the job, but he always says that, Nana, this job can be done in Balanagar somewhere. Why are you worried about this? Don't worry, we need not do in our factory. So he knows where the job can be done. And if you know where the job can be done is more important than doing the job in your own factory. If you know where the job can be done at a good price and the qualitative work is available somewhere outside, you subcontract it, get the job done from them. And this is how our Henry Ford has given us a lesson. And one more thing. So most of us see this Kaun Banega Karodpati. Most of us see this Kaun Banega. Somebody has written about this Kaun Banega Karodpati. The participant who won this 1 crore of rupees. He could answer questions of all sorts of subjects, many of which seemed nonsensical. The participant can think. He can only memorize. The participant cannot think. The person who has got that 1 crore rupees, the people say the participant is not able to think. He can only memorize things. He is just a human encyclopedia. What we want is the people who can solve problems, who can think up ideas, who can analyze the things. People who can dream and develop a dream into practical application. An idea man can create money, but a facts man cannot do it. So that is how they commented on Kaun Banega Karodpati person. So that is how the thinking that guides your intelligence is much more important than how much intelligence you may have. A child to become a future scientist need not have a lightning fast mind, not a miraculous memory, nor getting high grades in the school. The only point that counts is you should have a high degree of interest in science. Interest, enthusiasm is the critical factor in completing the assignment rather than your intelligence. So get rid of this thinking, no, I am not intelligent, I am not intelligent. This is a failure disease. Next, how to overcome the intelligence axis. And this kind of people, what they should do, concentrate on your assets. Discover your superior talents. It is not how many brains we have, God, that matters, Rather, how you use your brain, that counts. That is very, very important. Manage your intelligence instead of worrying about your IQ. Remind yourself several times daily, my attitudes are more important than my intelligence. Attitudes are more important than the intelligence. Okay. Practice positive attitudes and see the reasons why you can't do it. Develop, I am winning attitude. I am always winning. That attitude is required. Find ways to win, not to prove you will lose. Remember, the ability to think and analyze analysis is of much greater value than the ability to memorize facts. That Kaun Banega Karodpati, he can only memorize the facts. He can only become an encyclopedia. If you pay a few thousands of rupees, you will get an encyclopedia and you can refer it that. But encyclopedia won't analyze the things and give you the new ideas. It will only give you the facts. Ask yourself, am I using my mental ability to make history or using it merely record history made by others? This is very, very important, young boys. Ask, am I using my mental ability to make history or using it to merely memory and record the record that whatever others have made the others record. That is what you should always remember. And one more thing is now most of us there are some senior citizens are there. It is now not directed at them, but no, still let us discuss on them. Age excuses. People say, I am already old, I am already retired, I am 70 years now, I am now 80, what can I do now at this age? This kind of things many people talk today. But for that kind of people, this think big is giving some sort of, remedies. Hundreds of people attribute to their old age for their mediocre performance. And the people know this, particularly the retired people who think this they are already old, are creating problems in the house also. Nowadays, these spouses are always thinking, why this man is retired and he is unnecessarily sitting in the house and now eating away my mind. That kind of complaints are also coming nowadays from our other halves of in the house. This excuses closed the door of real opportunity. Opportunity. You are not, talking of the opportunity. You are not making use of the opportunities because they think they are old and don't even bother to try. They don't even try. They say that I am old. I cannot climb this. I am very old. No, I can't remember this. I am very old. I cannot come to the office by 10 o'clock. This kind of things are there. Many people are there. Old age is a failure disease. It's not really a disease. It is a failure disease. Defeat it by refusing to let it hold you back. Stop thinking, I would have started years ago. That is a failure disease. Many people know when to start a work or to start a business or to start some sort of venture, I would have done long back, I'll say. Now I am already 70 years. What can I do? I would have done this long back. No, today many people, this all engineering college, thanks to engineering colleges, many people who retired, after retirement, they have taken professor posts, they have taken principal posts, and they are still working, they are very active. And that is the attitude what we should, inculcate. Instead, I would have started, this is a failure thinking. Instead, think, I am going to start now. Now itself, still I have a lot of time. Still I have 20 years ahead of me. Still I have 30 years ahead of me. I am going to start now. My best years are ahead of me. That is the way successful people think. Youth is a liability. And one more thing, some people say, I am very young, sir. I cannot go there, sir. I cannot talk to the people who are there, sir. That kind of, young people also, that is some younger years people, they talk. It is only liability only when youth thinks it is. If you know your job and understand people, you are sufficiently mature to handle it. Younger generation also should not think that age is a problem. Age has no real relation to ability. And one more people, luck. Always say, I am bad luck. This is my bad luck. That man is a good luck. Some people succumb to luck excuses for their failures and attribute other person's success to good luck. He's a lucky man, I say. I don't have that luck. And this kind of thinking and this kind of talking is very bad. That is a failure disease. People who rise to the top have superior attitudes and use their good sense in applied hard work. We don't become successful simply through luck. Luck is not the everything. Maybe luck, some people consider luck as but it will not help you to succeed. It will only help you to motivate you. Yes, I am lucky, I can start this. But help will not help you to succeed in any of the ventures. Success comes from doing those things and mastering those principles that produce success. And one more thing is, no, many people fear. Many people fear to talk to the people. Many people fear to go to the boss, and many people fear to speak in the public, and many people they fear even to attempt to to anything. And this kind of fear, what the people say, is in the friend circle, what they say is, no, it's only it is only imagination. It's only there. You are really capable of doing this. And no, it is. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about this. You go ahead. You go ahead. You are really capable of doing this. And that they will encourage it. But that kind of encouragement is only temporary. And just by that encouragement, you are not going to because you are not going to eliminate total fear. And fear is real, and there are various ways how to overcome the fear. That we will discuss now. Most fear today is psychological. Worry, most people say that worry in one of the books, that positive thinkers. Why some positive thinkers get powerful just by feel. I have read. He explains about worry. Worry. It seems the people who are worried, it is like wolf catching your throat and pressing like this. When the throat is pressed by a wolf, and how you feel? And the people who are with worry, they feel like this. That has been known in some of the dictionaries. They say that worry is depicted a wolf, pressing our neck with his teeth. That is how the worry. Worry is such a great, and tension. And tension is one more thing. That is this worry, prolonged worry will give you a tension and embarrassment. And sometimes the people will get embarrassed and panic. All are stem from mismanaged negative imagination. They're all negative imaginations. And you should get rid of all these things. Then fear will automatically go away from you. Simply knowing the breeding ground of fear does not cure fear. Fear is real, and fear is real, and we must counsel that kind of people who are really fearing about some certain activities or some certain ventures. You don't leave him just by saying that it's only your imagination. That is not going to start. You have to give him some exercises. You have to make him to speak. I will discuss all these things. Fear is real, and it's success enemy number one. Stops people from capitalizing the opportunity. Weighs down physical vitality. It really weighs down our physical vitality. Fear makes people sick. Causes organic difficulties. Shortens life. And fearful people will die very fast. If you are having no fear, that will create BP, sugar, all sorts of things, worries, and ultimately it will shorten our life. Closes your mouth when you want to speak. Sir, how much time is there? Sir, how much time is there? Sir, Salora Sab, how much time is there? Sir, I can continue, no problem. Still, I have a lot of slides, about 20 slides are there. I will go a bit fast. Sir, Salora sir, is it okay?
It's okay, sir. Sir, please proceed, sir.
Yeah.
He may be in mute. You please proceed. Let us see.
Okay, sir.
It's okay, sir.
And these fearful people, they cannot speak. That closes our mouth when you want to speak. And fear prevents people from getting what they want from life. Fear is psychological infection. It's an infection like any other body infection. Suppose you go to a doctor, we have some sort of infection. What he does, he will give some sort of medicine. And doctor, when diagnose your infection, he will not just like that say you have this infection, so and so, go home. But he will remove that. He will give some sort of medicine and cure your infection. It can be cured the same way you cure the body infection with a specific proven treatments. And people who have this kind of fear, we must give some sort of treatment. Then only the fear will disappear. Don't simply telling no that okay, it is only temporary. Don't worry, you'll be all right. This kind of things are not sufficient. There are some exercises. There are some sort of treatments. That treatments will make the person to get rid of his fear. How to destroy fear? In order to destroy fear, first understand that all confidence is acquired and developed. No one is born with confidence. Everybody is born with equal confidence. Over a period of time, the people will develop this fear psychology. And some people they acquire confidence because of their success, and some people because of their family background, or in the college, or in the school, or in their maybe in their life, or in their job situations. They develop some sort of fear, and that kind of people you have to carefully treat him, and see that he gets rid of his fear. And no one is born with confidence. Action cures fear. First of all, you should act, then only it cures fear. Indecision, postponement, fertilize fear. Repeated negative thoughts. Always repeated negative thoughts will problem is a great problem. Always think, something is going to happen, something is going to happen, I'm going to fail, I'm going to fail. And maybe my boss is going to fire me, my boss is going to fire, or I cannot complete this, I cannot accomplish this, or I cannot complete the project what has given to me. This kind of negative thinking will definitely fertilize the fear. And they can develop into a real mind monster, breaking down confidence and paving the way for serious psychological difficulties. Refuse to withdraw unpleasant thoughts from your memory. So what happens now? Every memory, every mind is having pleasant and unpleasant, and we have a lot of pleasant things. Suppose you become school first, you got good prizes and other things. You always remember this, or maybe you are many times you got very good patting from your boss, or you would have you would have got some good all these good moments. You should always remember. And bad things, don't remember the bad things. Whenever you are, sometimes people when they sleep, they always remember the bad things. This one more thing, particularly the people who are, becoming aged, when they go to sleep, maybe 1 o'clock they get woke up. And they always get, some memories. That memories always bad memories they get. And for getting rid of these bad memories, some yoga teacher was telling me that now we should start practicing yoga in sleep. So they don't, some people who are about 60, 70, in between, they maybe they go to sleep around 10 o'clock, they wake up by 1 o'clock. And they start getting all sorts of bad thinking, bad thoughts. That time, you practice yoga. You practice yoga, or you concentrate on something, and otherwise you remember all good things, or you have deep breath, or this kind of things. What people say that you have concentrate on your breathing, pranayama. You concentrate on pranayama, then automatically 50 times count your pranayama. Automatically you'll get sleep. Breaking down confidence and paving the way for serious psychological difficulties. Refuse to withdraw unpleasant thoughts from your memory. Never draw unpleasant memories from your. When you remember situations of any kind, concentrate on the good part of the experience. When you remember the negative thing, turn your mind off completely. Forget about this. Go to pranayama, go to meditation, or close and concentrate on Venkateswara Swami, or concentrate on the God whom you like. That is the thing what you should do. Then when you face tough problems, we stay mired in the mud until we take action. Suppose there is a tough problem, I have a problem, you will continuously stay mired in the mud. For that, you take action. Yes, yes, this is a start problem. But how to overcome the problem? How to solve this problem? That is more important. You should start, take action. Hope is a start, but hope needs a action to win victories. Isolate your fear. Pin it down, pin it down, pin it all your problems. And think of action, and start taking action, then you will definitely get rid of your fear. Determine exactly what you are afraid of. First of all, why are you afraid? What is that making you afraid? A ghost is coming? Or are you afraid of your parents? Or are you afraid of your boss? Is a boss is a ghost? These all the things now you should remember. What is that? Then take action. Okay, boss is always always right. So sometimes boss may be a very bad boss, but you can't avoid it. You can't have other thing. So how to adjust with this kind of boss? Or maybe you have some problem in the family. or you have some problem with the children, or you have some problem with the parents. How to overcome this? Cool, sit coolly and take action. Or discuss with some, good friends, experienced friends. They will give you good suggestions. Then take action. Then get rid of this. There is some kind of action for any kind of fear. Nothing is impossible. Hesitation to take action only enlarges, magnifies the fear. And don't hesitate to take action. If you go on, suppose the boss is always maybe shouting at you. But what to do? Go one day to your boss coolly when he is very cool. When he comes, maybe when he is in a good mood, go to him. You talk to him with a smiling face. Sir, what is the problem with me? Why are you always shouting at me? What is wrong with me? Try to help me, to overcome this problem. And then, then automatically, when you talk to face, your fear will disappear. Hesitate to take action only enlarges. It only magnifies the fear. Take action promptly. Please don't allow the fear to continue. Then it will become a monster for you and you will be sick. Be decisive. Much lack of self-confidence can be traced directly to mismanaged memory. Then overcome fear and shyness to talk to people. Get a balanced view of other person. Think he is important, but you are also important. See, when you want to go to talk to your superior, think, after all, he is a person, I am also a person. He is paid because at a senior level, I am paid, I am at a junior level. He is important, I am also important. The job what I am doing is also equally important. And the job what he is doing, he is paid for the job what he is doing. So when you meet other person, make it a policy to think we are just two important people sitting down to discuss something of mutual interest and benefit. We are both are very important, but we are sitting together. We are both are equal, and we are going to discuss something for mutual interest or for the interest of our organization. Don't think that man is something great and you are inferior. Most job applicants, particularly for the students, the people who appear for the interview, they are half scared. When they go to interview, they are half scared and they just accept whatever. First of all, they want some sort of settlement. They are half scared. Then this kind of half scared people will never. The people who are interviewing are they study psychology. When the people are half scared, they'll try to exploit. They will try to give them a very very few low level and less salary. And most candidates finally accept anything and settle down to low level offers, forgetting their self-respect. The other fellow might look frightfully big and important, but remember, he is still a human being with essentially the same interests, desires, and problems as you have. And always remember this. Then you will automatically overcome the shyness. Develop an understanding attitude. People who want to figuratively to bite you, growl at you, pick on you, and otherwise chop you down are not rare. Please remember this. In a factory, particularly in an office or factory or in politics, there are many people, they figuratively, they're trying to bite you, growl at you, particularly your peers. If you are liked by your boss, your peers will try to bite you and they will try to growl at you and they will try to insult you in many things. They are not rare in the office. You be careful about these people. If you are not prepared for people like that, they can punch big holes in your confidence. They will make you weak and they will get discouraged and make you feel completely defeated. Please be careful about that kind of people. You need a defense against the adult bully, the fellow who like to throw his meager weight around you. So try to create some sort of defense about against that adult bully. People who are shy in introducing themselves can replace this timidity with confidence by looking directly at the other person and saying, I'm very glad to know you. Some people, in the meetings or in the functions, they will feeling, they always feel shy to introduce themselves. So never feel shy. Go to that man and looking directly at other man's face and say, I'm very glad to know you. That man will automatically shake hands with you. And don't feel shy. And this is very much required for a good leader, a growing leader, and a leader who want to be successful in the life. And one more thing, in a meetings, be always a front seater in the meetings or assemblies. This builds confidence. Many people you see, they always sit at the back benches in the class. Some people, they sit in the back benches. Back benches will never attract the audience, will never attract the person who is speaking at you. You'll never will recognize it by the person. If you are in the front bench, then the teacher who is teaching you will look at you, will always look at you. Then you will understand what he is teaching. You may be conspicuous in the front, but nothing inconspicuous about success. You will be definitely successful in the front. Maybe some people will recognize that you are also sitting you will be always visible for everybody. You are conspicuous, but don't worry about that. Practice making eye contact. When somebody is talking, always look at his eyes. Make your eyes work for you. Aim them right at other person's eyes. It is not only gives you confidence, but wins you confidence. And one more thing is walk 25% faster. People always know they growl, they walk very fast. This kind of walking is not good. And to build confidence, what you should do, always walk faster. Psychologists link slow postures and sluggish walking to unpleasant attitudes towards oneself, work, and people around us. We can change our attitudes by changing our postures and speed of movement. Change your postures, and body action is the result of mind action. You keep your chest erect like this, and body action is the result of your mind action. I will just tell you. The extremely beaten person, the really down and out, just shuffle and stumble along. He'll be as if he has lost everything in his life. He'll be slowly moving one step, and after 1 minute, one more step, and moving like this, and he's having a zero confidence. By seeing his walk, by seeing his postures, we can say he'll be sitting like this. And this kind of things, by seeing the person, he have a zero confidence. Average people have the average walk with average pace. They have the look of, I really don't have much pride in myself. They are average people. The third group shows super confidence. They walk faster than the average. There seems to be a slight sprint in the way they walk. They will be walking very fast. There is a sprint in their walk. Their walk tells the world, I have some place important to go, some important to do it. Going very fast and moving 25% faster. Everybody looking at him, they think, it's very important. Some urgent work is going. There's some urgent work is going on. Then people will think that he's really he's very busy man. He's going somewhere. That kind of thinking, that kind of maybe some sort of thing will be you will be reflecting your confidence will be reflected to the other person who is looking at you. Throw your shoulders back. First, walk 25%. Throw your shoulders back like this. Don't sit like this. Lift your head up. Move your head just a little faster and feel self-confidence grow. Definitely your self-confidence will grow. And practice speaking up. Make it a rule to speak up at every open meeting. Something voluntarily at every business conference. Not like our council meeting, Many people won't talk in the council meetings, IEI council meetings. The people, I don't know what for they come. They simply, come. They just simply, I don't know whether they may feel that president may think bad, or his colleagues may think bad, or, maybe the vice presidents may think bad. No, nothing think bad. Speak at every open meeting. Say something voluntarily at every business conference. Come to a meeting. Comment, make a suggestion, ask a question. That is not what is required. That is what is required in a meeting or any conference, particularly in our IEI council meetings. And also smile a big. A big smile gives you confidence, beats fear, rolls away worry, defeats despondency, cures your ill feeling, melts away opposition of others. Smile will win friends. There is a saying, there is a saying. If you have to frown, you have to strain your 64 muscles. Smile only 4 muscles. If you have to frown, 64 muscles will work, it seems. That is what some, these physicians say. Now, anatomy people are telling, but some people are always frowning, always keeping their face like this. Further, 64, you are straining your 64 muscles. But when you smile, only 4 muscles will work. So why you strain your 64 muscles when you are able to work with 4 muscles? So smile big, always smile big. How to think big? Now, let us go to how to think big, and not many are there. I'll be a bit fast. because already now 10 to 7. Many young people coming out of the college are ultra conservative and narrow in their view of the future, particularly the younger people. Many job aspirants are interested generally in the company's retirement plan. When they go, first they go to the website and they see what is their retirement plan, how much benefit we will get, and are there any chances for going abroad, what is their pay packet. These are all the things now when they get an interview, maybe in some of the software industries, first of all, they will go to their website, they will go to their pay packets, and then they are interested only in this. They define the word success as a synonymous with security. This is not that what the younger people have to decide. How to grow big, how to become an entrepreneur, how to earn more money, how to provide employment to many people. This is what is required in India today. Not concentrating on the company's retirement plan, chance of going abroad and other things. Today our country is making record progress in scientific and industrial development. Entire world is looking at India for investment. Lot of opportunities for young talented people. You start an industry, become a self-employed man, or become a startup, or become do something for so that you can provide employment. At the same time you will be recognized in the society. Where success is concerned, people are not measured in inches. Please remember this, very very important, my younger brothers. Where success is concerned, people are not measured in inches or pounds or college degrees or family background. They are measured by the size of their thinking. Please remember, people are measured by the size of their thinking. That will give only success. They are only successful people. So always concentrate. Don't think that what is my family background? I am son of a minister, I am son of a bureaucrat, or I am a son of a big industrialist. All the things are not going to work when you are independent. You should always you are only measured by the stage of your thinking. When you go to interview also, you are thinking. That is only is going to give you, good placement. How big we think determines the size of our accomplishments. The more you think, it will give you the more accomplishments. How to think big? Understand you are bigger than you think. I'll be a bit faster. Fit your thinking to your true size. Think as big as you are and never sell yourself short. Think big. Always think big. You are nowhere less than anybody. To think big, we must use words and phrases which produce big positive mental images. Speak always positive. Instead of telling we have failed, some of the examples I will tell. Instead of telling we have failed, which can we say defeat? Suppose in the factory, I have factory. In my factory, suppose somewhere I failed. If I call the operators and staff and my technical supervisors, I have failed, they will get demoralized. Instead, I have to tell them, we are adapting a new approach is being adapted for overcoming this problem. And then there is no disappointment or grief. People will get encouraged. People will always see there is light at the end of the tunnel. Similarly, instead of telling we face a problem, don't say we face a problem. Tell we face a challenge. It's not a problem, it's a challenge. We incurred a big expense. Don't say we incurred a big expense. Rather tell we made a big investment. Nothing is an expense, it's an investment. And you will always, when it's investment, you always get the rate of return on this. When you expense, you have to write off. It's not an expense, it's an investment. And always develop big thinkers' vocabulary. Use big, positive, cheerful words and phrases to describe how you feel. When someone asks you, how are you? Respond, just wonderful. Just say, I am wonderful, sir, fine, or great, and thank you. Never say, you will definitely feel great. Never say, I'm tired, sir, I don't feel so good, sir. You will actually make your life worse. Whenever anybody says, how are you? Say always good things, always great things. Always speak good about other people. Never, speak bad about the people. Use bright, cheerful, favorable words to describe others more particularly in their absence. Particularly in their absence, never criticize the person. When you are talking about a third person, always say, yes, he's a fine man, he's doing very well, he's a great man. That is the words what you have to use. Never, say in the other person, that man is like this man is not doing like this, he's a cheater, or he's doing this kind of bad things. Never say in his absence. If you want to say anything, call him to your table, call him to the chamber, and discuss with him. I am feeling like this. Is it okay or not okay? Then he will, you will understand what is he. But never say, extremely careful to avoid petty cut him down language. Use positive language to encourage others. Compliment people personality every opportunity. People, when they do, when they are coming with a good dressing, say, "Arey, you are looking very good. I'm very happy. You are looking very good." And when they do good work, say, "Arey, you have done a good work." Their achievements, "Arey, congratulations, you have really achieved." This kind of things are very much required to encourage the people. Use positive voice to outline plans to others. Promise victory and win support. Build castles, don't dig graves. Very, very important. Build castles. Great palaces you build. When you go on to criticizing the people, then you are going to dig your own grave. Please avoid this. Please avoid this. How to think big? Stretch your vision. See what can be, not just what is. Practice adding value to the things and people and to yourself. Suppose add value to things. Suppose you have a land, open land. You always add value by planting some trees or making a fence or putting a farmhouse there in this, and then automatically the value will get added. Then it will, you can sell at a higher price. Suppose you like a barren land, if you are adding, it will not be sold at that great price. And similarly for people also train them, people counsel them, people call them to your office, give them good advices, and add value and send him to training programs, or call him to this kind of thinking, this kind of seminars, this kind of popular talks, all the things. Then they will their value will be added, and to yourself you also will become big. Get big view of your job. Then one more thing is, many people always say, when they go to interview, they always say, because I regularly go to many interviews in public sectors to select people, particularly in government. Nowadays I am not going, but earlier I used to go. There, when you interview people, they always say, "Why are you changing your job?" They, they think bad about that job. They talk, very little about that job. So when they're talking little about their job, the people who are interviewing definitely understand. When you come here also to other person, after some time you talk bad about this company, bad about your job. So never, never, your job is very, very important. You respect your job. Once you are respecting, when you go to interview, say that, "Sir, my job is very great. In fact, no, I don't want to leave that job. I don't want to, I have a lot of respect there. But still, because this is a different field, I want to just try in a different field. I am coming here." Then the people will think that, no, you respect this job also equally, and they'll definitely select you. Instead of, blaming that job, you praise that job. You praise your organization. You praise your boss. Then they'll have a good idea about you, and they will definitely select you. Think about trivial things, silly things, smaller things. Forget about the smaller things. Focus your attention on, big objectives. Don't worry about the small things. Go on arguing about the small things. Forget about this. Before getting involved in a petty matter, ask yourself, is it really important for me? Is it, my time is important to discuss on the small, silly things and trivial things? Always question that and avoid that. When trivial discussions are coming, and small things which can be avoided, you avoid it. In working with employees, the big object is to developing their full potential, not making issues out of their minor errors. When you are working with people, there will be always some errors. There will always some rejections. There will always some failures. But don't make a big issue out of that. You forget about that. You guide him. You counsel him. It is much better to lose a battle and win a war than to win a battle and lose a war. You call him, counsel him, and make him understand his mistake. Then definitely he will realize his mistake, and next time he will do a better job. So this is what always. So this is what is. It is much better to lose a battle and win a. It is than to win a battle and lose a war. You have to win a war, not just a battle. That is more important. Trivial things is like a battle. And how to think and dream creativity. Now creativity. A common fallacy about creative thinking. Many people think creative thinking is like discovery of electricity is a creative thinking. or the vaccine for the coronavirus is a creative thinking, or writing a big novel is a creative thinking, or development of a color television. They're all creative thinking. Creative thinking is not reserved for certain occupations, nor is restricted for super intelligent people. Don't think that everybody is only those people are creative. Everybody is creative in this world. Everybody, you, me, all the participants are creative. And creativity is not, very, very super, very, very big things. Creative, everywhere you can be creative. Creative things simply finding new, improved ways to do anything. A low-income family devising a plan to send their son to a leading university is a creative thinking. Low-income people, they are finding out ways, creative ways, how to find out some sort of sources so that his son will go to a leading university. That is a creative thinking. Figuring out ways to simplify record keeping. See, record keeping, we may keep a lot of files. How to simplify this record keeping? And when you want to retrieve this, how to retrieve this? And finding a way is also creative thinking. Selling the impossible customer. Sometimes selling an impossible customer is also creative thinking, particularly LIC agents. Taking a policy which very, very bull is really a creative thinking. Keeping the children occupied constructivity, particularly housewives, particularly summer. This is summer. Children, a lot of problems they create in the house. And how to keep the children occupied constructively is a creative thinking. And making employees really like their work is a creative thinking. All are creative thinkings. Don't restrict creative thinking to invention of electricity or invention of vaccines of the coronavirus and all other things. This everything is creative. Believing something can be done paves the way for creative solutions. First of all, you believe, yes, it can be done. It is not the only way. You can do another way. Believing something can't be done is a destructive thinking. This work cannot be done is a destructive thinking. Belief releases creative powers. When you believe you can do it, it will release all your creative powers. Disbelief puts the brakes on. Where there is a will, there is a way. Believe it can be done. That is the basic for the creative thinking. Eliminate the word impossible from your dictionary and speaking vocabularies. Impossible is a failure word. The thought it is impossible sets off a chain reactions of other thoughts to prove you are right. Yeah, when you thinking no, it's impossible, then you always know there will be chain reactions, and mind will also tell you yes, you are right. It is impossible. Mind will always tell you no, it is a good advisor for you. It's a good subordinate for you. When you think when you think that is impossible, mind will tell you yes, it is impossible. When you say it is possible, mind will also it is possible to do like this. Mind will start helping you to guide you how to do this thing. So this kind of reaction will be there. The traditional thinker's mind is paralyzed. The traditional thinkers, it has been the way for 100 years. We are doing the same way, particularly public sectors and ordnance factories and government offices. This is the way we are doing for the 100 years. Their mind is paralyzed. They cannot think in other way. It is the way we are doing. Therefore, it must be a good and must stay only this way. Why risk a change? Tomorrow, if you fail, your ACRs will not be good and you will not get your pension. Your gratuity is stopped. All these problems are there. These all, ordinary, mediocre thinking. Therefore, it must be good and must stay in this way. That is what people say. Average people always have resented progress. These are all average people. Particularly, all, top class people, top intelligent people are recruited in the public sectors and, government offices. But after going there, because of the environment, because of the politics, they become the average. Most of the people, I am not telling everybody, most of the people become average and they will just, allow the things to go in the same way. They never want to, reorganize the things. There is no best way to do anything. Don't think that this is the only best way. No, you do like this. Some bosses will always say, oh, do like this. Why you bother how he is doing? You leave it to him, he will do it, how he will do. There are many ways in which a good job can be done. How many ways? As many ways as there are men to whom the task is given. If you give 10 people, there are 10 ways. The people will have 10 minds and they have 10 ways they can do it, as long as they have creative minds. The traditional thinking is personal enemy number one for the person who is interested in a creative personal success program. It freezes your mind. blocks your progress, and prevents you from developing creative power. Become receptive to ideas. Always encourage ideas. Welcome new ideas. Destroy those thought repellents like won't work. They're all thought repellents. Won't work, can't be done, it is useless, etc. Never allow this to come nearer to you. Be an experimental person. Break up fixed routines. Fixed routines. Please remember, break up fixed routines. When you go to particularly office, there are fixed routines. You do like this, you do like this. Why you have to do like this? Why you have to walk, why you have to eat with right hand? I'm telling in a way. Why you cannot eat with left hand? Why you have to write with only right hand? Why you can't write with left hand? You fix routines, you forget about the fixed routines. Expose yourself to new things. I am doing machining. Let me go to assembly. Let me go to an inspection. Let me go to some other area, welding. Let me go to unconventional machining areas. Expose yourself to new things, new books, new theaters, new friends. Develop interest in other areas, which gives you breadth and prepares you for larger responsibilities. When you expose yourself to new areas and new areas of production, new areas of things, then it will expand, it will broaden your thinking, then it will prepare you for taking up larger responsibilities. Be progressive, not regressive. Not that is the way we do it where I used to work, so we ought to do it in that way here. Our people, particularly when I was in ECL, some people came from other organizations. They no. In my old organization, we used to do like this. So that is the best way you do like this. Why you have to do like this? So that is all paralyzed thinking. Paralyzed. We did it where I used to work. So we ought to do in that way only. So here also we'll do like this. Successful people like successful business live with this question. How can I improve the quality of my performance? How can I do it better? How can I do it better? Nothing is perfect in this world. Nothing is perfect. Only God creates the perfect things. Human beings can never create anything perfect. Absolute perfection in all human undertakings, from building missiles to rearing children, is unattainable. There is always a room for improvement. So you can try for perfection, and you can always think creativity in doing that, improving the perfection. Capacity is a state of mind. See, this is very, very important. So, when in the office somebody is on leave, we will just request the other person, is on leave, please take care of this. No, sir, I am already overloaded. I cannot take up this. If I do this, that will stop. This is, mediocre person's state. But the intelligent, then progressive people, yes, sir, no problem, sir, I will do that also. Then he will start doing his work. Then he will prove that other man who has gone on leave is not required. And he will do both the jobs. Then what boss thinks? This man can do both persons' job. So let him give good increments and let him give more assignments. Then how he will progress in the life. But people who do not accept work, they'll be like this only. And boss will not like him. When opportunity comes, accept to do more. It is a compliment to be asked to take a new responsibility. Everybody will not get that opportunity. When opportunity comes, they accept the responsibility. It makes you stand out and shows that you are more valuable. General concept: if you want a job to be done within time, generally, please remember this. If you want anything to be done fast and within the time, give the job to a busy person. Always give the job to a busy person than to a person who have lots of free time. If you give a job to a person who is having, who is all chit-chatting and avoiding the work, it will be like this only. You will never get that job back. And if you want, that is a very important job. And if you want the job to be done within the time, give only to a busy person. This is to be remembered. Develop the habit of listening to more. The bigger the person, the more apt he is to encourage your talk. The smaller the person, the more apt he is to preach you. Small people will always try to preach you. They will not allow you to talk. But bigger person, a person, matured person, always try to listen. That is how God has given 2 ears, only one mouth. You should listen 2 times and talk only 1 time. That is what people. Big people monopolize listening. Small people monopolize talking. Okay, please remember this. Listening is not keeping your mouth shut. The more that is not that you accept everything. First listen. Listen what he is telling and let what he said is penetrate your mind. Concentrate what other person says and then evaluate it. Association with people of different occupational interests broadens your thinking and helps you to see the big picture and stimulate you on the job thinking and give rise to new ideas. Always talk to big people. Always concentrate, associate with big people above you, above you. Don't, try to, say that, that these are my peers. I will work only with the peers. No, we just try to always associate with superiors, big people. Ideas are born only today, and money regarding this creativity. Many ideas are born, but they die very quickly. Our memory is a weak slave. When it comes to preserving and nurturing the brand idea, it is a very, very weak slave. Don't let ideas escape. Fence them in by immediately nailing to a paper. Write down on a paper, whether it's useful or not. If it's really useful, work on that. Otherwise, ignore it. But when the idea comes, immediately write on the paper. Review the ideas regularly, and some may have no value at all. Discard it. But as long as the idea has any promise, keep it with you. When you get good idea, keep it with you, and now shape the idea on a paper, see the loopholes, polish it, and find a good customer and sell it off. Else it has no value. Writing on a paper is no value, and polish it and find out what are all the drawbacks, what are the loopholes in that, and find a good customer and sell it off. That is the idea. That is the creativity. And you are what you think you are. Those persons who command the most respect are also the most successful people. Who are commanding the respect, successful people always command respect. The person who thinks he is inferior, regardless of what his real qualifications may be, is inferior. Maybe he is a PhD or maybe he is a big engineer, but his thinking is inferior, so he is definitely inferior. Thinking regulates actions. A person who feels inferior acts that way, and no veneer of cover-up or bluff will hide for long this basic feeling. You have a lot of veneer, take veneer and put a take veneer and polish it. It is not going to cover up your inferiority because you are basically thinking you are an inferior person. How you think? The person who feels he is not important is not at all. To be important, we must think we are important. First of all, you should think you are important. Then automatically people will realize you are important. Really think so. Then others will think you are also important. How you think determines how you act. It in turn determines how others react to you. Okay? If you are important, then other people will automatically react and give importance to you. If you think you are inferior, nobody bothers about you. To gain respect of others, you must first think you deserve respect. Don't demand respect automatically. First, to respect yourself. You behave in such a way that others will automatically respect you. More respect you have for yourself, the more respect others will have for you. First of all, respect yourself. What am I? How am I looking? Am I really, doing good? Am I really useful for the society? Respect yourself, then automatically you'll get respect. Some of the specific ways to increase self-respect and thereby earn more respect from others. Look important. You should always look important. Everywhere, in a function, or in the house, or in a meeting, or in the office, everywhere you should look important. Everybody should think, Hari is very important. It helps you to think important. How to link important? I'm not going to go to examples because time is short. Your appearance talks positive things about you. Your appearance. Always go with neat shirt and shaving and with good appearance. Never leave home without feeling certain you look like the kind of person you want to be. Always when you're leaving, go to a mirror and look at you. And yes, I am looking good. Your tie is good. Your, maybe your dress is good. Your insert is good. All this, your shoes are polished. You, first of all, you feel yourself you are looking good. Then automatically you look good in the society. Use clothing as a tool to lift your spirits. Build confidence. Clothing always, some people is torn and, not cleaned. They will come to office. That will not give you confidence. A soldier feels and thinks like a soldier when he is in uniform. Please remember this. Soldier with a, torn and ordinary things, he will not feel like a soldier. When he is uniform, he will think, yes, I am a soldier. He remembers his responsibilities. A woman feels like more going to a party when she is dressed for a party. Ladies, you see that how ladies dress when they are going for a party. Then only they feel that they are going to a party with lot of ornaments, lot of gold, and no good pottu sarees and other things. Then they feel yes, they are going for a party. That is, the dressing is very, very important. An executive feels more like an executive when he is dressed like one. People evaluate you on the basis of the appearance. First impression is always the best impression. Please remember this. First impression is always the best impression. When you are going first time to your boss, sleeve and go with good dressing, shoes polished, and very good shaved and neatly haired, dressed and other things. You first go to your mirror. Yes, you are looking very well. Then go to your boss. The first impression is always the best impression. Watch who is shown the most respect and courtesy in restaurants. Suppose you go to a restaurant, who is given the most respect? A person who is well dressed will be given restaurant. In some of the Telugu movies, you see that Chiranjeevi movie, then he is not dressed well. He will not allow him to go inside. Then he will go and change his dress. Automatically, he will tell you that God and allow him to go inside. And person is always respected with his dressing. In buses also, in crowded lobbies, etc., a person who is dressed, who is in suit, is respected more. A shabby-looking fellow appearance says negative things. Okay. Now about the job attitude, we are going to end. Maybe a few minutes. See, all of you are aware of the story of three bricklayers. There are three bricklayers. They are laying bricks, and where somebody asks. They are maybe building Taj Mahal. Then somebody is asking that the three people, what are you doing? The first bricklayer replied, I am laying brick. I am laying brick. That's the reply what he has given. Yes.
என்னமோ போய் பண்ணி இது செட்டிங் இல்ல அது செட்டிங் இல்லன்னு சொல்லுது. கடைசியில அது என்னன்னா நீ டார்க் மோட்ல செட் பண்ணிருக்க. அந்த டார்க் மோட்ல
Sir, any problem? Sir, any problem? Hello? Hello, sir. Any problem? Can I continue?
Sir, you can continue, sir. You are hearing me.
Okay. When asked what you are doing, the first bricklayer replied, I am laying brick. Then the second answered, making ₹100 an hour. The third said, I am building the world's greatest palace, Taj Mahal. That is the respect what he is giving for his work. The first two lacked vision. They lacked job respect. There was nothing behind them to propel them forward to greater success. The third one visualized himself as a great builder and moved forward. He tuned to the thought channels that pointed the way to self-development in his work. That is the attitude what one has to develop. You are what you think you are. Whenever you attend for any personal selection interview, the selecting team observes how you feel about your present job. You always feel present job is important. Odds are that you will be considered for the post. As will take pride in your next job. I will just skip this. Here it's very important. We all noticed how the children quickly pick up the attitudes, habits, fears, and preference of their parents. Not only in the office, house, even the office also. How you shout, how you talk in your house, automatically, the child will, imitate you. He is a living reflection of that. So be careful when you are talking the grown-up children. One characteristic of successful people is enthusiasm. Think enthusiastically. Build in yourself an optimistic, progressive glow. A feeling that is great, and I am 100% for that. Others will catch the enthusiasm you generate, and you will get first-class preference. To be on the top, you have got to like you are on the top. To be on the top, first imagine you are on the top, and you are going to the top. Think more of yourself, and there is more of you. Build your own, sell yourself on yourself. First of all, you think yourself, you believe yourself that you can go to the top. Select your assets. What you do is when you are comparing, first of all, select your assets. What is my qualifications? What is my experience? How many achievements I have done? First of all, 1, 2, 3, and compare other persons. What is that? When you compare, definitely you are greater than the other person. You always select your assets, your points of superiority. Don't be shy in describing yourself. Write it on a piece of paper for yourself. I am qualified. I am a postgraduate in engineering. Yes, I have this experience. I have got this tool design experience. I have welding experience. I have management experience. And compare with other person, your peers. Arey, that man is not having any experience. Then I am superior. I can do a superior job. I am the person to get to that post. I am the person to go to that post. Then work for that. You will definitely go to that post. Believe that success comes from manager thinking. Don't accept the judgment of average people. You are not average. Observe the most successful person, you know how he thinks. Most successful person, always observe how the successful person is thinking. In all life situations, ask yourself, is this the way an important person thinks? Then obey the answer. Whenever you are doing any life situations, very, very problematic situations, you ask yourself, is it the way an important person is thinking? Then obey the answer. Yes, important person do like this, does like this. I will also do like this. Manage your environment. And one more thing is, environment is very, very important. You are a product of your environment. It shapes us, makes us think the way we do. The size of your thinking, your goals, your attitudes, your every personality is formed by your environment. Prolonged association with negative people. Please remember this. This is very, very important. Prolonged association with negative people makes us think negatively. So in the, when you go to office, there are so many negative people. Why you have to do this job? Job is always like the boss is always like this. He will always give you more work, and boss will always get the benefit when you work. Boss will get the benefit. We are working, but boss will not pass on the benefit. Some negative people are there. Then you also will become close contact. The petty individuals develops petty habit in us. Companionship with people with big ideas raises the level of our thinking. Close contact with ambitious people gives ambition. You avoid that kind of people, negative people who always think pettily, who always think, narrow thinking. You avoid those people and you avoid that environment. Go to people who are successful, who have good ideas, and they will give us ambition. The person you are today, your personality, ambitions, present status in life are largely the result of your psychological environment. The person you will be after 1, 5, 10, 20 years from now depends on almost entirely on your future environment. So try to have friendship, try to mingle with people, successful people, try to mingle people with positive people who have positive ideas. Don't go to negative people, avoid negative people. They will always try to cut short of you. They will try to discourage you. And they will sometimes they will become hurdles in your progress. Suppose they think that you are liked by boss, then they will always try to create some problem for you and see that the boss dislikes you. So try to find out this kind of things and avoid that kind of negative people. Manage your environment. Never have any feeling that high level success is beyond your reach. Don't allow suppressive forces direct your thinking toward mediocre levels. Never surrender to thinking that real success, real accomplishment is for others who are lucky or fortunate in some special respect. You are also lucky, you are also deserve that accomplishment. Never be complacent that you are better than your classmates. Many people, they compare with their classmates, they compare with their school, their village people. They always think that, I am better than my classmates, I am better than my peers. I have already, got 2 promotions. Never compare, never compare. This is one way of knocking ourselves out. Many talented, intelligent people afraid to stand up with a fear of losing what they already have. You see that? Many people are afraid to stand up. They already have. Oh, let me be like this. Anyhow, whatever I am getting is okay. About 2 to 3% of the total do not surrender to suppressive forces and live and breathe success and happy due to high accomplishments. Develop a defense against people who want to convince that you can't do it. You will always develop defense. There are always a lot of people in the office or in the environment. You can't do it. It is not for you. It is for somebody else. You are a small boy or you are just, you are a very junior. You can't do it. Please don't allow such kind of talk. Develop a defense against such kind of people. Accept this negative advice only as a challenge. You take it as a challenge and prove that you can do it. When this kind of negative advice are given by the people, you take it as a challenge and prove that you can do it. Be careful about negators. Some are jealous who are not moving ahead. There are a lot of people, these are all office situations. They are jealous who are not moving ahead, want you to stumble too. They feel inadequate themselves. So they want you to make a mediocre person out of you. Don't let them destroy your plans for success. Be sure in the flock of that thinks right. You are judged by the company you keep. Birds of the same feather flock together. That you remember this. Ignore the company of negative thinkers and cling to the people who think progressively. Move upward with them. Get your advice from successful people. Your future is important. Never risk it with freelance advisors. There are a lot of freelance advisors, in any office or even this Vastu. Some person you don't ask them, even they will come, oh, your house is no, I think your bathroom should not be here. You are living there for so many years, and the person who comes to you will visit your house and will start giving free advices. Don't allow such kind of people. And that will create some sort of negative thinking in your mind. Don't allow. Don't allow this kind of free advisors. They're all freelance advisors who are living failures. Get plenty of psychological sunshine. Circulate in new groups. Discover new and stimulating things to do. Throw thought poison out of this environment. Avoid gossip. Gossip and talk about people is gossip. Gossip is a very, very dangerous thing. It is a poison. It is a poison. Never allow gossip to allow this gossip to take place in front of you, or don't indulge in gossip. Gossip is like a poison, a slow poison. If you have a ailment, body ailment, you can go to a doctor and get rid of it with medicines. This gossip is a mind poison. Once you have the mind poison, it is very difficult to cure it. So avoid gossip. Gossip is like a mind poison. Please remember this. Poison in mind, doctors can cure you, but poison your body, doctors can cure you. But gossip is a mind poison. Never allow this kind of gossip. Go first class in everything you do. You can't afford to go any other way. Wherever you go, go first class. When you purchase something, go to a very standard shop and purchase it. Don't go to, this second-hand shop and purchase anything. Go first class anywhere. It pays, costs more, often costs less in a longer way. Make your attitude realize. How we think shows through in we act. Attitudes are mirrors of the mind. They reflect thinking. When our attitude is right, our abilities reach a maximum effectiveness and good results inevitably follow. 7:30. To activate others, you must first activate yourself. To get others to be enthusiastic, you must first be enthusiastic yourself. A person who is enthusiastic soon has enthusiastic followers. To activate yourself, dig into deeper. When you find yourself disinterested in something, dig in, learn more about it. Suppose many people are, disinterested in computers. Then they don't want they're not interested in other areas, maybe in cricket. Dig deeper, or in music. And it's not a yes bar. Why people, what is there in music? How many talas are there? How many ragas are? Go to teacher and find out what kind of dig deeper, then definitely you will develop a sort of interest in the other field also. This sets off enthusiasm. Life of everything about you, your smile, your handshake, your talk. Somebody gives a handshake like, dead body. Give a handshake like a military man gives a handshake. Hand, hold it very firmly. This is very, very important. Life of your habits. Broadcast good news. No one ever accomplished anything positive telling bad news. Don't say positive. Always broadcast and grow your important attitude. People do more for you when you make them feel important. So appreciation at every opportunity. Make people feel important. Call by name. Don't call by numbers. Hello, 1, 2, 3, come here. The police station. The guards are now called by numbers. That is very, very, bad habit. Call by name. Whether it's anybody, your assistant or your driver. I never call my driver as a driver. I call by name. Parsurama, where are you? What are you doing? That is very, very important. Grow the service first attitude and watch money take care of itself. Make it a rule in everything you do. Give people more they expect to get. I am a bit fast. Success depends on the support of other people. The only hurdle between you and what you want be the support of other people. If you have support, you respect the people. Then once they get the support, you will be successful. Learn to remember the names and call them by name. Inefficiency at this point may indicate that your interest is not sufficiently outgoing. Always remember the names of all the people. Remember every name and call everybody in your office by name only. Your operator, your helper, or your driver, your sweeper, everybody call by name. That is very, very important. Be a comfortable person, so there is no strain in being with you. Always be comfortable. When they let them not look like your boss, they should always treat you like a friend. That is very much important. Then they will not feel any. Then they will not feel any strain. Be an old shoe, old hat kind of individual. Acquire the quality of relaxed, easygoing, so that the things do not ruffle you. Don't be egoistical. Guard against the impression that you know it all. You always pretend as if you are not aware of this. Cultivate the quality of being interesting. So people will get something of value from their association with you. Study to get the scratchy elements out of your personality, even those of which you may be unconscious. Scratchy elements. What are the bad habits, bad things of your personality? Try to eliminate all these things. Sincerely attempt to heal on a honest human basis. Every misunderstanding you have had or now have, drain off your grievances. Think right about the people. Practice liking people until you learn genuine. Never miss an opportunity to say a word of congratulation upon anyone's achievement or express sympathy in sorrow or disappointment. When somebody is achieved anything, always say congratulate. When somebody is in a bad shape, go and say express sympathy and say when he's in disappointment, you encourage him. Give spiritual strength to people, and they will give genuine affection to you. When you get affection, when you go shake hand with him, when he is good, and when you congratulate him, you will remember your name. Maybe he's a lower level cadre, but you remember your name. You will always remember that moment. Be likable by many. The likability factor is given far more weightage than the technical factor. Remember that a person is not pulled up by the higher level job, rather he is lifted up. He is lifted up. How you are lifted up? With the people working under you. They will only lift you up. The people, they are like you, and they always praise you. Automatically, the management will lift you up. Don't try to buy friendship. It is not for sale. Introduce yourself at every possible opportunity, at parties, meetings, on airplanes, at work, everywhere. Be sure the other person gets your name and pronounce the other person's name correctly. And the name pronouncing is very, very important. Very, very important. Don't misspell the name. Write his name. Find out what is his name. Write correctly. Otherwise, the person will definitely feel bad about you. Or you will think that you are casual. You are not serious. When you are writing my name of person, see that whether the spelling is correct. Are you writing correctly? That is very important. Make a phone call. Say pleasant things to strangers, etc. Right thing toward average person never takes. Recognize the fact. Don't be a reformer. No person is good. Give first class treatment to your employees, and you get first class cooperation, first class output. Always give first class treatment. I have seen a company in Hyderabad that Sai Deepa Ragdils. When I go, their directors, their managing director, they always mingle with people. That everywhere they give first class treatment. Think first class about, and the company is doing very well, and they considered as the best company, best managed company in Hyderabad. Think first class about everyone around you, and you will receive first class results in return. Don't be a conversation hog. Always listen, win friends, and learn. Practice conversation generosity. Conversation generosity is very, very important. Allow other person to talk. Go on talking yourself is not good. Be generous. Encourage others to talk. Practice courtesy all the time. It makes other people feel better and makes you to feel better. Don't blame others when you receive a setback. When there is setback, don't blame others. You take the blame, and remember how you think when you lose determines how long it will be until you win. See, the positive thinkers are judged by their attitude when they are in problems. When there are problems, the positive man will never lose his temper. He will be always go. He will be like a Sthita Prajna in Bhagavad Gita. Sthita Prajna. Even when he gets a problems, when he's get a very big profit, he always like this. And don't blame others. Having excellent idea is not enough. A fair idea, get the action habit. Don't wait until conditions are perfect. When you get an habit, you don't wait. When you get an idea, don't wait. Start immediately. Don't wait until the conditions are perfect. They never will be. Expect future obstacles and difficulties and solve them as they arise. Use action to cure fear and gain confidence. Do the thing about which you fear and fear disappear. Just try and see. Think in terms of now. Tomorrow, next week, they're all bullshit. Don't worry about this. If you want to do it right now at this moment. Be an I am starting right now kind of person. Get down to business pronto. Get down to business pronto immediately. No time loss. Don't waste time getting ready to act. Start acting instead. Seize the initiative. Be a crusader. Pick up the ball and run. Be a volunteer so that you have the ability and ambition to do it. The difference in success and failure is found in one's attitude towards setbacks, handicaps, discouragements, and study setbacks to pave the way. Have the courage to be your own constructive critic. Stop blaming luck. Luck is not the thing that is going to give you success. Stop blaming luck. Blend persistence with experimentation. Stay with your goal, but don't beat your head against a stone wall. Try new approaches, experiment. Remember, there's a good side in every situation. Find it, see the good side, and whip discouragement. So, I'm sorry I'm a bit fast, and I thank you very much for giving this opportunity. And really, I have tested your patience. Now it is 7:35. I have taken almost 2 hours. Thank you for giving me these opportunities. And now back to the organizers. Selvaraj sir.
Sir, Balasubramanian here. Before Mr. Selvaraj joins, really we are all amazed about the data and content what you have been sharing to us. Really, it is so good, and I really appreciate your energy level and also the data which you wanted to give it to all members as well as juniors. It's really very nice, sir. We have to really thank you for your very good, very high motivational speech with a lot of points. I really feel that all these things are from your good experience and whatever you rather learned from your the part of your career, sir. So I really thank you for your very high giving a very high inspiration to all our team members. My best wishes to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. First of all, I must thank Selvaraj sir and Balasubramanian sir for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much. Maybe we will meet some other time. And I also thank all my colleagues and some of my friends who have joined from Hyderabad. Mr. Suresh, Director, ISN Raju, our State Center Council member from AP State Center, and Brahma Reddy Garu, State Center Chairman, and many more people. Thank you very much, sir, for your patience.
Thank you very much.
We'll close this.
Sir,
Selvaraj has joined.
Some more formalities, sir. Wait, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Kindly unshare your screen, sir, first.
Sir?
People will unshare your screen.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Really, it was a wonderful talk, sir. Really motivated a lot with you give a lot of inputs for all of us. Thank you. It's eye-opener for all of us. Really, I could hear a very good talk from you today. Though we are friends for more than 5-6 years, today only I had the opportunity to hear your talk. Really, it was well planned, well talk. Really, thank you so much, sir. Now, sir, have some talk. We enjoyed. Thank you so much. So, participants, if you have any questions, you can ask. Thank you, sir. Thanks. Our secretary, Kevin R. Kumar, Dr. Engineer Balasubramanian, both our chairman, secretary.
Yeah, Kevin, Dr. R.K. Kumar Saab is back. I am able to see his photo. I am able to see his photo.
Sir, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, doctor.
Sir, participants, if you have no questions, we can move on to the next agenda.
I share this PowerPoint presentation to you.
Sure, sir.
You can give to some of the people.
We'll chat to our friends.
That's good.
Okay.
Dr. Kevin R. Kumar, kindly announce the next week's program, sir. Please.
Good evening to all. Thanks for this opportunity. I also would like to thank our today's speaker, Dr. Satyanarayana sir, for giving a lot of practical examples in his lecture today. Thanks for you, sir. And coming to the next week lecture program, it is on April 26th. And the speaker is Dr. C. Jayaguru, Dean Academic and Professor of Civil Engineering Department, PSNA College of Engineering, Dindigal, Tamil Nadu. So the topic is Industry 4.0 and Digital Construction. And this lecture will be packed with 3D printing in civil construction, etc. So I would like to invite each and every one of you to attend this lecture too. And I also request you to invite your friends, colleagues, and others to participate in this lecture program. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kevin R. Kumar. Really, for thanking you for the announcing this program. I happened to hear Dr. Jayaguru's presentation in the National IEI headquarters event. It was a very good talk by him. He is an eminent expert. I request all of you to join for that, and you'll get benefit in 3D printing. What is the latest emerging technologies? And moving on to the next agenda, I call upon our Secretary, Indian Institute of Building, Engineer Suresh Kumar, to propose vote of thanks. Over to Engineer Suresh Kumar.
Good evening, everyone, to the one and all present here. Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Selvaraj, and all the participants. It is such an honor for me to get the opportunity to thank you all dignitaries. On behalf of Indian Institute of Building Tiruchirappalli branch, I would like to express my gratitude to all esteemed delegates of the webinar for their presence and contribution to make this webinar a great success. Think big to grow big. Our Dr. Satyanarayana has explained many things. Look backward, dreams of great people, what is success, wishing for health excuses. Age has no real relation to ability. That is a good word. Confidence building method, there are so many things he explained. I extend my gratitude to our honorable chief guest to take out time from his busy schedule to grace the event. Thank you for inspiring and encouraging us with your words on this special day. Special thanks to our IEI Tiruchirappalli Local Center for providing immense support to make the webinar successful. Thank you, everyone. Over to Mr. Selvaraj.
Sir, Raja, there are a lot of appreciations in the chat box, sir, for you.
Okay.
Really, people enjoyed your webinar and your talk. There's so much in chat box. Just you can have a look. If you want, I can also read it. It's not a issue. People
okay.
have appreciated your talk. Yeah. So much appreciated.
No, it's okay. Not with me.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for sparing your valuable time with us. Really enjoyed a day with you, and we got a lot of inputs for our personality development. Really, you are an eye-opener for all of us to improve our personality, to think big about in our life, in the rest of the life. Thank you so much, sir. With the permission of you, with the permission of everybody, shall we close the program, sir?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Good night to everyone. Good night, sir. Good night.
Good night, sir. Thank you once again.
Sir. Good night. Good night. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Good night. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Titus. Thank you, Dr. Titus, sir. Thank you, everyone. Good night.